Hi everyone. Today I'm going to present about my project assignment of ISB 3050 data structure and algorithm. First of all, my name is Ivichal. I'm from the program of Bachelor Networking System at UniKL MIT. So for today's agenda is first is application titles and description. Next, how to the application work. Next, operation. And then is a collection class and the interface used. And the last one is conclusion and summary. So what is the application titles of my project? This is a web browser. So a web browser is a software application used to access and display web page on the internet. It serves as a gateway for user to interact with the vast amount of information available online. Our web browser equipped with advanced features and efficient data structure offer user a seamless browsing experience. So this is a type of web browser. We have a lot, and I just list four of them. The first one is Mozilla Firefox. Next is Google Chrome. Next, Microsoft Edge, and the last one is Opera GX. Okay. For the web browser interface, I choose Opera GX. So this is a main page or the dashboard or the home page of Opera GX or the interface. So I would like to explain about how application work. Okay, we start with a URL parsing. The first one is the browser pass the URL to extract the protocol, domain name, and path component. So what is the domain name? Domain name is a come from the IP address that we convert to domain name, for example, like https dot unikl dot edu.my, for example. So the next one is a DNS lookup. The domain name is a convert into an IP address to a domain name system DNS lookup. So that what is that I explained before. And the third is a HTTP request. The browser sends an HTTP request to the server specified by the IP address requesting the desired web page. And next is a HTML parsing. Upon receiving the web page from the server, the browser passes the HTML code to extract its content and structure. And the last one is renderings. The browser renders the parsed HTML content along with any associate and CSS style and JavaScript functionalities to display the web page on the user screens. So, uh, what is a HTML content and CSS style and JavaScript in our website or any web page? We starting with the HTML for the coding, and then CSS style is more to our design or any animation or any style, and we move to the JavaScript is our functionality of the web page or any website. So next, data organization storage pattern. So the first one is the first algorithm is the linked list. This, for example, the coding and the browser history is implemented as a linked list where each node contain a URL and a timestamp. This enable to user to navigate backward and forward through their browsing history seamlessly. So this is the diagram that I put here. For example, of the linked list. So the net algorithm is a array list. The browser catch is a managed using an array list, storing received recently visit a web page and their associated metadata. This allows for quick retrieval of catch page, improving browsing speed and efficiency. So a release of an integer object type is, for example, like this diagram, and this the coding samples. The next is a tree. The HTML document is represented as a tree structure with us representing an HTML element and its attributes. This hierarchical organization facilitates efficient passing and manipulation of web page contents. So the tree is for like this diagram. We start with a grandpa, dad, and migrant. And we have a lot of the sample. Example is like in web, we got the path or the directory that we can go to the other page that the meaning of the tree. And the last one, maybe is a graph. The web is a conceptualized as a graph where each node represent a web page and each edge represent a hyperlink between pages. This graph structure enable features such as web crawling, link analysis, and research and the search engine indexing. So this is for example the example of the diagram of the graph. So next, I proceed with a algorithm for URL parsing. So we start with input URL HTTPS www.example.com/page.html. That means our page when we input the URL or domain name for the web browsing or the web browser, they will show us the page that we put there. So next is the split component protocol HTTPS domain name www.example.com. And the last one we'll proceed with the after we input the URL, the response from browser, he will respond us or give us a display or interface that the result that we input the URL. So this for example is a URL parsing Java coding that I do on my laptop in the right side. So the next one is a running time and efficiency. It is from 3.1. The URL parsing algorithm operate in linear times with a time complexity of or n, where n is the length of the URL string. This efficiency ensure that parsing operations are fast and responsive even for long URL. So we start with a slash. We start with n minus 10 plus 1 equal to n minus 2. N minus 10 dot 1 minus equal n minus 10. Next is 2n minus 10 dot 1 equal 2n minus 10. Next is 2n minus 10 dot 1 equal 2n minus 10. Then is n minus 10 dot 1 equal to n minus 10. And the last one is t n equal 7n minus 4n. So to conclude on the finding in 3.1, so I have a efficiency and a conclusion. So for the left side is a efficiency. The algorithm efficiency is a linear denoted as ON, indicating that its performance scales linearly with the size of the input. Second one is as the length of the URL string increase, the algorithm's running times also increase proportionally. The last one is despite this linear increase, the algorithm maintains consistent performance characteristic and efficiency, making it suitable for passing URL of varying length. So for the part of the conclusion, the algorithm demonstrates efficient performance for URL parsing tasks in web browser application. Second one is linear time complexity ensure that I can handle URL of the varying length without significant degradation. Performance degradation. Third, the algorithm simplicity and straightforwardness contribute to its practicality and ease of implementation in web browser software. And the last one is overall. The algorithm provide a reliable and efficient solution for parsing URL, supporting seamless navigation and access to web content for user. So this collection class and the interface used. I start with a DNS lookup. This is a code of the DNS lookup that we import java.net and INET address, and the second one is import java.net host exception. And we proceed with the public class. We open the class DNS lookup, and then the moment is we choose for the string domain, and then we try to proceed with the system out, print the IP address for the domain, and then we convert to the domain. IP address to domain. Yeah. Next is the URL parsing. If you import the java.net.url and java.net.malform rules malformed with X exception, and we just proceed with the public class and check with the protocol. Next is a HTTP request that I import java.io buffer reader, java.io input stream reader, java.net.http URL connection, and the last one is the import java.net.url. Then we do the same things is a public class, and then we proceed with the HTTP URL request, the HTTP URL connection to the open connection. Then we set the request method, then get the input from the web browser. So next is the HTML parsing. We import org.jsoup.jsoup. And next is the org.jsoup.notes.document, org.jsoup.notes.element, and the next is the org.jsoup select.element, and the last one is java.io.io exception. For the last one is we input this rendering, so that we input 4 of them: Java fx.application and .application, Java fx.scene.scene, Java fx.scene.web.web view, and the last one is Java fx.stage.stage. So what is the proceed or rendering work is that will show us or give us a result of what we search on web browsing. For example, that string HTML content equal to HTML body h1 hello world. That is a HTML coding that we will get from the web browser. So the last one is the conclusion and summary. So in conclusion, our web browser leverages a variety of data structures and algorithm to provide user with a seamless browsing experience, from efficient history management to optimize page rendering. There's underlying structure play a crucial role in ensuring fast and reliable performance. By understanding and utilizing this data structure effectively, we can continue to enhance our browser capability and provide user with the best possible online experience. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.